One thing that I love about Jesus is that he is always mindful of us and he takes care of us, whether it's thousands of people or whether it's just a few people. He's the same Jesus and he has the capacity to always meet the need. And knowing that we have a Savior who can take care of us, we don't have to be afraid of anything. We don't have to worry about anything. We're living in very trying times, and it's in times like these that we can be comforted in knowing that we have a Savior who will deliver, who we can touch, who we can go to, who is interceding for us, and who is always going to take care of us. Even though we are returning to places of worship, virtual worship will remain an essential component of ministry. The Virtual Ministry Summit is a comprehensive modern ministry solution. We'll explore the platform, how it works, and why it's necessary. Through effective communication and relationship building, we can leverage the virtual space to increase membership. Proper equipment, lighting, and staging enhances production quality. The toolkit includes customized backdrops, exclusive templates and checklists, and additional resources. With over 30 years of traditional ministry experience and a significant footprint in the virtual space, I've ministered to over 1.2 million people. Let's work together to draw even more souls to Christ. Sunday School. And again, I want you to register for the Virtual Ministry Summit because ministry has changed. The entire world has changed, and I do not want the Christian world to be left behind. So join us on this coming Saturday, January 9th, so that I can make sure that you're equipped to minister in the virtual arena. This week's subject is Jesus walks on water. And this is one of his miracles, one of his most famous miracles where he walks on water. And this was after the point in time where he had fed the 5,000 with the little boy's lunch of the fish and the loaves of bread. And we all know that that was one of his miracles as well. And after that, well, it was 5,000 people there, and that's not counting the women and children. So that was a lot of people right there. So his fame had started to go out and people were now seeking him. He was very sought after. Similarly to today, when you do something big, you become popular and people start to try to flock to you. And it says that he went off by himself into a mountain so that they would not try to make him king. And when I was reading the commentary about this, I love the way that they worded it. They said that Jesus could have taken the kingdom without the cross. And that was an insight that really struck me because sometimes because of the gifts that God has given us or the talent, we will attract people to us. People will want to be around us naturally. And there are some things that we could do and that we could achieve even without fulfilling the assignment from the Father. But we need to follow Jesus' example. So he said, okay, it's not my time to be exalted yet, because see, I can do my own thing and be down here and be exalted as a leader, but I need to do things in a way where I glorify and magnify God by dying on the cross and being risen again by the Father. That would establish his deity as the Son of God. Sometimes we have to shrink away from our own glory to make sure that God gets the glory. And that's a very important lesson that Jesus taught there. Just by example, he left and he went away to himself because he knew that it wasn't time for his elevation just yet. And while he was there, his disciples got into a boat and they were out there on the water. And while they were out there, a storm came up and Jesus was up in the mountain doing his thing, and they were on their way crossing over into Capernaum. And then Jesus came walking on the water and they saw him. And even though we don't see a lot of blatantly visible miracles like this today, he's still performing them, and he's doing things for us in a way that only he can do it. And it says that when they saw him walking on the water, they were afraid. And Jesus said, you don't have to worry, it's just me. And then it says they welcomed him into the boat. And I thought about that as well, because no matter what is going on in your life, what situation it is, welcome Jesus into the midst of that such situation. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to just struggle. Welcome Jesus into that sinking ship with you, because if Jesus is on board, you cannot sink. And he's thinking about us, and he loves us, and he will come and he will be there with you, just like he was with the disciples in that boat, no matter what is going on. And it says that he rode with them and he sailed back to Capernaum with them. And that is the kind of God that we serve. Jesus has the power to walk on water. Jesus will walk on water to get to you, to save you, to deliver you, to rescue you. And knowing that Jesus is coming is such a beautiful thing. And my dad likes to watch Westerns. And in the Westerns, they have the cavalry, where the cavalry comes in riding on the horses and they save the day. Jesus was the original cavalry, because Jesus went to Calvary to save a wretch like you and me. That's the kind of love that the Son has shown toward us. And so no matter what the situation may be, no matter how bad it's getting, I know the Calvary is coming. I know the King of Calvary is coming. I know the one who conquered death, hell, and the grave is coming. And I know that he has all power. I know that he can command the seas. The storm might be raging in your life today, but Jesus has the power to speak to the seas, and they will obey him and say, peace, be still. So as we have embarked upon this new year, and I pray that your year is going well. And again, so many people complained about last year. We don't know what's in store for us this year, but what I do know for sure is that whatever it is, all I've got to do is call on Jesus, and he will be right there in the midst of it all to save me, to deliver me, to rescue me. And for that, I am grateful.